Good morning, traders. I'm Dennis Dick.
And I'm Joel Elconin. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of Premarket Info.
And congratulations there, Joel. Joel and Lisa celebrating their 24th wedding anniversary today.
Yeah, the 24 puts go off the board worthless.
25 calls are hot.
Yeah, yep. Boy, I'm starting to feel old.
Starting to know. Congratulations. That's awesome. Market here is awesome too, Joel. We're up 12 and a half points here this morning. Nothing can seem to stop this rally. We are about a buck off the highs right now, trading at 1663 on the June futures. What an overnight rally.
Yeah, I thought right away, I thought you were going to mention the little wager that we made
I was waiting for.
last week.
I was giving you a little bit of. I'm
Yeah,
being nice on your anniversary, but I'm not going to be all that nice, Joe, because obviously we made that wager when it was at 1640 last week. You took 1600. The bear you are. The bull I am's took 1680. For a case of beer, man, I'm going to be drunk here if we rally another 17 points.
well, so when I call you Permabull now, you're not going to get upset now when I make these comments.
I
But
don't know.
yeah, we made that. You mentioned it too, also when we were trading on Friday morning, that potential double bottom here, and lo and behold, that's what it turned off to be, in the 1632.75, 1634 area. And now we're rallying up here to 1663. I mean, we can look at the intraday chart. This has just been one heck of a rally. But I see nothing in this thing going up to the high of the move. You can see we've made a high at 1664 and a quarter. We'll keep an eye on that. But really, what is there stopping us here? Will you let me out for a 12 pack?
No, I got this all wrapped up. I feel like, anyways, it'll be funny. I'll probably crash, and then I'll be like, "Why didn't I let him out?" But no, I don't know. This market's just turns around and shrugs everything off. You get bad news, you get nervous market. No QE rumors last week. Well, they're forgetting about all that today, obviously, and the market just starts rallying. And gold, silver.
One number to give.
Yep.
One quick number. All time the high close of the move, the all time high close 1665.50. We're only a couple points away from there, so that's really the only relevant number I can give on the upside.
What is that number, Joel? There again? Just we were waiting for
1665.50 has been the high close of this
the
move.
high close.
We made
Okay.
that yeah,
Because we had
yeah.
that big
I'm
intraday
really
spike that
stretching.
day, yeah. But that did
Yep,
get
yep.
the
So
close up there.
that's what I'm reaching for. You were going to start to talk about gold here, and boy, it just can't get over that
No,
$1,400
no,
level.
no. And maybe we can bring the chart up of the gold there, Joel. Obviously, the gold trading down here, about 50 cents the GLD here today. But yeah, obviously, when the market's rallying, when the market's strong, gold is going to be weak. That's just the way it seems to work, and gold is down here again this morning.
Yeah, trying to put in a bottom here. You had going back a few days here, you had some multiple lows just under 1360 and the 1350 handle. Still $20 away from there. So gets down to 13, anywhere around 1360. I looked at for major support. And then coming up on the upside, several highs at 1397 handle. There was a couple highs there. Another one at 1399.90. Did get that one spike over 1400, but that's still the bogey on the upside.
Yeah, we look like we're having a little bit of trouble with the charts here today. So, but anyways, we're gonna
You
get to
can't see
this.
the gold?
Nah, the gold charts, it's like it's lagging here or something today. We've got a little bit of a lag for some reason, but hopefully the audio's coming through okay. Technical difficulties on Tuesday. Try to bring up a chart of silver there, Joel. See if we can bring that up. I think you're just lagging for some reason on these charts. Not sure why that is. Maybe your connection. But silver here, 21.45, trading down the SLV. That's looking a little bit weaker here this morning as well.
Taking a look at the silver here is trading down. The SLV, though, is coming into a multi-support area. Three consecutive lows between 21.32 and 21.45. I've only gotten to 21.56 today. Low of the move at 20.81. So you bottom pickers here were 75 cents away from the low of the move. Looking at support coming up in the SLV.
Do have some news here. We're going to go into the Big Ten in just a minute, but we might as well start with the news stocks. Tiffany's did report earnings, which is symbol TIF. Stock is trading up significantly here today. There's the charts. They're working again. $81 is where, actually just ticked up to 81.50. They beat handily 70 cents versus estimates of 52. They beat on the top line as well. 895 million in revenue versus 855 million in revenue. And this stock is breaking out to a new 52-week and approaching a new all-time high as well. But I guess it's not an all-time high. In 2011 we were higher, but a new 52-week high.
Yeah, a couple thousand shares traded on Friday. Only a couple hundred have traded this morning. Good news for this retailer here. Recent high, the previous high of the move was at 79.35. We're $2 away from there, so that's going to be your support level. And then you also mentioned this is boy, weekly doesn't do us anything, monthly doesn't do us anything as well. So if we do go into retreat mode for some reason in Tiffany here, I'd be looking at 79.35 level. That was the high that we had earlier this month. And then going back, you did have another high, Dennis. I did find some other resistance here. 84.49 was a high you had back in July of 2011. That's still $3 away from here. So we'll keep an eye on that pre-market high, 81.90.
Couple of key upgrades here today in the pharmaceutical sector. Jefferies is upgrading Lilly and Merck here this morning. Both of these stocks have obviously had pretty decent years here. They've showed a little bit of weakness just recently, but actually Merck is starting to move up here again this morning, trading up about 70 cents on the upgrade, and Lilly as well is trading up about 40 cents. So actually there's no trades, but it's bid up about 35 cents on the upgrade as well.
That's a big move for Merck in the pre-market, isn't it?
Pretty good
62
move,
cents.
but it is upgraded. So you do see usually when these things get upgraded, they can get a dollar move. It's up 70 cents, so it's getting a lot of 80 cents now or whatever. So it's getting a lot of probably the move it's going to have off of this upgrade in the pre-market here. Well, you got the S&P futures up there as well. Just to note, 4 trading sessions ago we had a high of 48.30. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually made a run for that high today.
Boy, Merck has been volatile lately, huh? Look at some of these. Yeah, look at some of the. I mean, the market was volatile too, but boy, I tell you, for a drug stock, this thing is really
Shopping around.
Yeah, chopping around pretty good. Obviously, we missed the quadruple bottom here around the $45 level, so that we have to get rid of that. And you're right, Dennis, coming on the upside. We're looking at 48.30. That was a high from last Wednesday, and then the recent high of the move up at 48.79. But busting out here, up 74 cents. We'll look at yesterday's high of 47.16 as support if we do come down to that level. Lilly, as you mentioned, no trades as well. That one's kind of just coming off the bottom here. Had 3 dips under 54. And now it's going to try and gain some of this momentum. Trading above Friday's high, which is 54.50. So if you get a quick dip off the open, you can look to that as support. Above that, really no resistance until 55.30, which was the high on Thursday.
Yeah, you got that potential double bottom in place here with Lilly too, because you had the low on on May the 7th.
Triple bottom.
Yeah, 53.85, and then you had a low of 53.89. So yeah, you've got some lows here. This whole just under 54 area has provided some pretty good support, and if the bulls take charge here today, Lilly actually did just tick up to 54.88 just on 100 shares. I think that might be a little bit higher than I thought it might go. But that $55, remember that big 55 level, like when we were trading this a few months ago? 55, I actually did an article saying how 55 was a magnet. There was literally 8 or 10 days in a row where I had crossed over 55, got 50 cents away from 55, and then crossed back to it. I wonder if 55 will be a magnet on this stock here again today, just because of the old magnet trade that was there. Joel, let's move on to the Big Ten and the biggest, Apple, trading up $5 here, obviously, with the overall market. I know you were getting a little bit bullish there, Apple. You still bullish, Apple?
Yeah. I actually put my money where my mouth was a little bit on Friday. I was playing those weeklies again. I was worried about them just sucking the premium out over the weekend. So I'm sure Apple will be up $5, and I'll probably be even on my options. But
what'd you do?
Yeah, I looked at I'm way out at the 465 and the 470s weekly, so I'm hoping you get some nervous shorts. Yeah, taking a shot on these, and the reason I did that is because you had 4 out of 5 highs just snuggling right around the 446 level, and then you closed up near that area on Friday. So that just, I don't know, that just got me a little bullish. It seems like the stock has just been, too quiet to only have a 5-point range on Friday here. But looking at this longer term, I mean, you got to get back up to this double top here at 465, 37, and 75. That's still $15 away from here, but you know how this thing moves. I'm hoping this is one of the situations where you just get a gap and go. Then I also was looking at a longer term chart of this, and it just looks like it's just could be forming a potential head and shoulders bottom here. You notice like when I'm
the
on
old
something,
reverse head and shoulders.
yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, look at that. I mean, you got a shoulder here, you got the bottom. You're trying to build another shoulder here, but just this whole 465, 470 area. I think it's just can get above there, then it's going to be a 500, and everyone's going to say, hey, why didn't I buy Apple in the 400 handle?
Yeah, and I've still got it in my investment portfolio. I don't have it on for a trade right now. So looking though, and I'm somewhat interested too. Above 450, I get a little more interested. It's trading right there right now. Moving on to some of the other big top 10 components. Well, let's talk with Google first because Google is up $9 here in the pre-market. Had a really weak 3 days in a row after topping out just above 920. Now it was looking weak, but it is getting a lift here this morning with the overall market.
Yeah, it was so long ago. Friday's hard to remember. I know there was a little bit of negative news out on Friday going into aspiration here. Got down to 871.01. You're already gapping above Friday's high at 878.82, so we'll use that as support. Also had a tight range in that stock.
Yes, we did.
Basically at 8-point reach, which is low. The 2-day high, 889.96. That coincided. That was Thursday's high and Wednesday's close is right there. So I think really don't see any resistance in Google to the 890 level. And then also doing the quick math here, you came from 920 down to 870, 50-point move. You take, get 25 of that back, and that gets you back near the $900 level.
So yeah, and I think that you will find some resistance up there, about 12 more points or 15 more points where we're trading right now. So I agree with you on that. Exxon Mobil trading up here in the pre-market at 92.39. It's getting a lift.
Ooh.
The stock's been actually just consolidating here. It had a nice little run for about 2 weeks where it went from the 89 level up to over $93. Pulled back here. If you like your 50% retracement, that pullback's probably a 91, 91 and a half, or it's probably about the 50%. Is lifting up here in the pre-market with the overall market 92.39.
Yeah, very not too much volume
900
on
shares.
this. Yeah, if you're looking for resistance in this one, you don't have to look any farther than Thursday's high at 92.36. So you do have ExxonMobil opening up into some minor resistance, but the major resistance comes in at the double top at 93.43 and 93.50. And those were some of the lows that you had from last week. So opening the minor resistance, another buck for major resistance.
Talk about Exxon. We might as well talk about its brother Chevron. CVX trading up $1 here. All-time high there, 126.98, which was set 3 days ago. We are trading right under there right now, 126.52. You think we get a shot at that 126.98 level here today?
I mean, it's already up a stick, so, I mean, getting a good start on it, I mean, I can't see any reason why we wouldn't go up and test that level. Do you have any stock kicking around at 127?
Yeah, I do, actually, and that's what we see is these big whole numbers when they have levels that they haven't traded at. You often see institutions just layer out at the whole numbers, and I am seeing some size in the 127 area, so I would expect some high-frequency resistance because they always lean on those institutions in the 126.90s.
Yeah, I'd be looking for that on the upside. 126, that's only 50 cents away from there. If you're looking to buy this on a pullback here, you're going to have to wait for 125.56 to fill the gap. So that's a buck away. So unless the SPOO's really going into retreat here, it looks like it's a gap and go day for Chevron.
Let's move into some of the financials because they are very strong here this morning. We've got Citigroup trading up over $1 right now. It looks like this rally is going to be led by the financials here. And the financials were weak there for a couple of days, but they're getting a lot of it back here today. Citigroup trading up over $1 at 51 and 56.
Yeah, just made a high 51.62. Came down to the 49 level, quickly repelled off that. Don't see much in the 52 handle here. Kind of blew through it in a couple days. 52.10 and 18 was holding up, but got up to 52.89. I think that's a little bit of a stretch perhaps for today. 52, maybe some size there. Also, opening up a buck. I mean, is that pretty much in line with fair value,
That's
or?
a little above, but these financials have had a beta that's a little bit higher than the market. So when you consider fair value with the beta, it's probably pretty close to being
Okay.
in line. I've got all the financials up pretty significantly. They look like they're going to be one of the stronger sectors here today. I've got Goldman Sachs trading up in the pre-market over $2 right now, 160.90. Actually, that's the high of the move was 164.47, but it's back over the key 160 level.
Right, and if you pull back to 159, you had double top from Thursday and Friday, 158.89 and 158.92. So on a pullback, look for support at that level.
You've also got JP Morgan trading up over or actually almost $1, and that's a big move for JP Morgan.
Whew.
Citigroup usually a little more volatile than JP Morgan, but that's a big move for JP Morgan, up 90 cents here in the pre-market. 54.52 is where it's trading right now.
Yeah, that busted through a double top as well in the pre-market at the 53.70 level. Just have to keep an eye on the high of the move there at 54.96. We're only 40 cents away from there. Probably backed up by some size perhaps at the double five level.
Yeah, it probably is. Let's move away from that. Go to General Electric here because we're getting trading up here in GE as well. And it's funny how all these stock charts look similar, but they're all bouncing back obviously hard here. The 23.5 level looked like it provided pretty good support, and GE is trading up now 25 cents here this morning at 23.76. That's pretty much in line with fair value.
Okay, Thursday's high 23.75. We're trading right there right now. If you're looking for it to fill the gap, you only have to wait it full back to 23.67. So from a technical standpoint, a little bit lower risk if you're looking to purchase this in the open. Recent high of the move at 24.13. Kind of blew through that 24 level in one day, but that's the day the market retreated, so it ended up settling under 24. But looks like it has its sights set on perhaps getting the close above 24 today. And longer term, I mean, we're talking about this stock for a while as far as where it was in relation to the financial crisis, and getting back up to the $30 and $40 level, and it's trying to do it tick by tick.
Tick by tick, slow and steady wins the race. Some of your utility stocks are trading down here today. Reaching for news here, there was some news out of there. Benzinga was saying, what was the news there, Joel? Do you have it in front of you?
Something about the rates.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that is actually knocking it down. I know EXC, I think it had a downgrade actually, Exelon, which obviously, I think that had a downgrade actually from Deutsche Bank, so that's maybe the reason why it's trading down. But we're talking some of these utility stocks are down $1.50 here this morning, which is very, very significant. Like EXC is trading down 33.24 right now after closing at 34.65. You've also got a couple other ones like FE, which is First Energy, which is trading down over $1 as well now. 41.40 after closing at 42.62. You've also got AEP, which was obviously the victim of that flash crash there last week. It's trading down 40 cents at 47.32. I've got Energy ETR, which is trading down just a little bit here at down about 15 cents. I've got Energy, which is energy. There's a lot of energies there. Trading or offered down at least 20 cents. So that when I'm looking at my filters here this morning, the stocks I'm seeing really that are down, a little bit of gold, and I'm seeing the utilities weaker here. So I don't know if it's going to go into your bigger utilities or not, but the EXC and the FE and the AEP are looking very weak here this morning.
Yeah, it's cutting through a lot of support too. I mean, this stock has had a hard fall coming off this 37.78 high. You go back down, you need to look at 33.13. That was a low on March 18th as the next support level. We also had a low at 33 and a quarter. That's coinciding with the pre-market lows here. You were talking on Friday. I know we were Skyping on that. And man, there's someone out there, really serious, and
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't go up against them because boy, this is a huge follow through.
Yeah, from Friday night. Yep. Yeah, this
Yeah, I
had started
mean,
Friday night. The EXC and the FE after the market closed, they were all trading down, and I was like reaching for news, trying to find it. Benzinga hunted down that rates article for me, and I think that might be the case. Some of the rates were going to be lower than what they were in the past, or something. There's a charge out, so that's maybe what the catalyst here is for some of these energy stocks. But either way, it looks like these utilities are going to open quite a bit weaker, at least a few of them, anyways. Uh,
yeah, I just wanted to quickly mention this Procter and Gamble. Boy, it was that big gap up on the news of the CEO on Friday. I tried to play the weekly 8250 puts, thinking they would fill some of that gap
no,
on Friday, and I just gave up. I mean, it did get near the high of the move here. The high of the move has been 82.54. You got to 82.35 on Friday. So look for a run at that level again today. But sometimes you just get the follow through and a little bit of profit taking, but no such thing here in
no.
Procter and Gamble.
No, Procter and Gamble closed fairly strong here too, and is trading up near that all-time high that we set just about a month ago, up at 82.54. That was back on April 23rd. So I don't know if we're going to test there today or not, but obviously we're only about 25 cents below that in the pre-market. I am seeing the book start to thicken up here, though, the New York book in the Procter and Gamble. So I think you're going to have some people that are interested in selling this in the 82 handle. So we'll have to see if it can start making new all-time highs, though. I wouldn't want to be caught short. Overall market thoughts here, Joel, just to close the show. We're up, obviously, right about where we were when we started the show, up 13 points at 1663 and a half. The high overnight's been 1664 and a half. Am I going to win my bet today?
No, because we've
No.
already had a 20. Not today. I mean, I'll go double or nothing on the you don't win it today. But
I'm
I
not
guess
going to do that.
I haven't lost the other one yet, so I'm still gonna hang in there. But no, I mean, 14, 16, 64, 50. That's the high. The all-time high close at 1665 and a half, and things just open up. But already a 20-point range in the screws this morning. That is a big range. So it's going to take a lot just to keep the momentum going off the open.
That's our show for today, guys. Have a great trading day here today, and we will be back with you tomorrow morning.